Hi guys, the Benidorm Enthusiast here, and today we're taking you on a fabulous bike ride to a part of Benidorm I bet 99% of you have never been. Punta del Caval. Never heard of it? Well, let us show you the way with some fabulous scenery en route. We're taking these electric bikes today, which you can rent from Teo Bike in the Rincon de Loix area of Benidorm, just off the Avenida Mediterraneo on a little side street. We're starting our route from the Rincon de Loix end of Levante Beach, so that's the opposite end to the Old Town. Take the very last street and that'll lead you up into the Sierra Helada National Park, where we'll be enjoying most of today's ride. Are we ready? I think so. Let's go. The route to the Punta del Caval should take us about 15 to 20 minutes on these bikes. You can walk it, of course. It's around 2.5 kilometers. I would guess a steady walk would take between 45 minutes to an hour. The start of the route is a little bit hilly. That first incline there is probably the toughest part, and then for the second half of the ride it's pretty flat. So on this road here we pass the Hotel Cactus and the Hotel Lido, and then there's a lovely bar and restaurant just at the end of this road, the Bahia Blanca, which has fabulous views right the way out to the island and of the main beaches of Benidorm. When you get to the Bahia Blanca bar and restaurant, there's a little pulling point. You may just want to stop off here for a short break and take a glimpse at the views. You can see Benidorm's first hidden cove, Cala Almadraba. On we go. Follow the hill around. This is probably, as I said, the hardest part. Gracias. The hardest part of the ride, this uphill. Once we get to the path which takes us onto the Sierra Helada, it's pretty flat from then on. just coming up to the turning point now, in between the two small beaches, and this is where we're going to take the path to Torre de las Caletas, or Torre Punta de Cabal. From here on, we're into Benidorm's National Park, the Sierra Helada. That's the mountain range where you'll see the cross sitting on top. It connects Benidorm with the neighbouring town Albia. The Sierra Helada has been part of the network of national parks in Valencia region since 2005. You can actually walk all the way from Benidorm to Albia across the top of the mountains, but that's a really tough walk. It'll take you about 4 hours and you need to be pretty fit to do that. I've never attempted it. There's some steep hills, steep drops, the cliffs, and not for the faint of hearted. We'll be able to see the cliffs when we get to our destination today. Still a bit of an incline on this part of the route, but the electric bikes are doing most of the work for you. You do have to pedal on these bikes. Don't think they're going to do all the work for you, but I don't think I could do this on a normal bike. I don't think I've got the legs for it. Nestled down there in between these hills, the mountain sides here, is Benidorm's smallest beach, Cala Tio Chimo. My favourite beach for snorkeling down there. It's a beautiful little spot. We'll probably get a better view of that as we're coming back down. It is a nudie beach. Naturism is permitted on both these small beaches here, so don't be surprised if you see a bit more than you bargained for. And you've also got great views out to the island, of course, La Isla de Benidorm. Pretty steady away on this bit. I'm hardly having to do any pedalling really. The bike's doing most of it for me now. Look at that view right the way out to Poniente. And even see a bit of La Cala Finistrat way off in the distance. As you come round the next corner, you'll see a bench, and you may just want to stop off here and check out those views because it's pretty stunning. You can see the Cala Tio Chimo down there, and the colour of the water is gorgeous, a really pretty turquoise blue. Let's continue. This is my favourite part of the route. looking out at the views from here, you wouldn't believe you're actually in Benidorm. Worlds apart from the skyscrapers, the high-rise hotels and the loud bars, which you'll find in the touristy part of Benidorm. It's why I love living here so much. You can go from that to this in minutes and get the best of both worlds. Peaceful, calm and scenic environment and a lively, fun resort all rolled into one. As we come around this next corner, you're going to see the Punta del Caval just come into view. The little watchtower that you see is called the Torre Punta del Caval, or Torre de las Caletas, and it was built to defend Benidorm from the pirates in the 16th century. The diameter of the tower is about 8 metres and the height is around 7 metres. It seemed to be an asset of cultural interest for Benidorm and it was restored in 2018. So let's go take a closer look. Just before we head up the steps and take a closer look at the tower itself, you cannot skip this viewpoint. It is absolutely stunning. A fabulous view of the reverse side of the Sierra Helada mountains. Look at those cliffs, don't that look so impressive? And you can also see Benidorm's second island from here. Did you know Benidorm has a second island? Well, now you do. Isla Mitiana. Benidorm's second island is much smaller than the most famous island, which you can see from the main resort, but it's another fantastic spot for snorkeling and diving. If you've ever been on the boat to Calpe, you will have passed that island. In fact, on a clear day, you can see Calpe over in the distance. It's a little bit hazy today, but if you do come down here, make sure to see if you can spot the Peñón de Ifach in Calpe over in the distance. Over the other side, and you can see the main island, the most famous island, Isla de Benidorm, and you can also see right the way over to the main built-up part of Benidorm, the Poniente side, and even over to La Cala. Let's go up the steps and take a closer look at the watchtower. Torre de Caletas, also known as Punta de Caval, was created in the first half of the 16th century by the Spanish crown for the defence of the coast. Throughout its history, it suffered several attacks until its final destruction during the Spanish War of Independence. It's on the edge of a 62-metre high cliff, and the original entrance was above ground level to make it more difficult access for outsiders and improve its defence. It's bigger than I thought. According to the information board, it's 10.5 metres in diameter and 8.5 metres high. It also says on the information board that inside an exceptional set of archaeological findings was made, including a full documented discovery of organic remains. Does that mean a dead body? So this bike ride was much easier than the one we did up to the cross. We got here in about 15 minutes. We did go up to the cross on electric bikes as well, and if you haven't seen that video, check it out. We'll post the link in the video description. The ride back is going to be pretty cool as well, being mainly downhill all the way back to Rincon de Loix with beautiful scenery on the way. I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm going to do. to where we started. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We've got loads more great videos coming your way. Also, make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive, stay safe.